The city's wet and cold tonight. The street lamps bleed their yellow light. I'm standing at the edge of everything we built, with nothing left but memory and guilt. Your photograph beside the phone, the one where both of us were whole, before the cracks became the canyon that we fell into, the place where broken lovers dwell. But even in the wreckage, even in the dark, I still feel the burning of your mark. Some fires don't go out, they just burn lower. Some loves don't let go, they just grow colder. Never gone, there's a fire in the rain that nobody else can see. A fire in the rain that you left burning in me. Thunder takes the sky, but it can't take what's true. There's a fire in the rain, and it's all because of you. I drove past where we used to go, the corner bar with lights down low, the jukebox playing something slow and sad and right, the way it always did on Friday night. across the table every morning and pass the sugar without touching hands. We've learned to move around each other's silence, the way that water moves around the sand. We still say goodnight, we still say good morning, we still perform the rituals of care. But something in the inches between our bodies has grown into a distance hard to bear. I remember when there were no spaces, when every gap was filled with us, when even breathing the same air felt like something. Now even breathing the same air feels like fuss. The spaces between us used to be filled with love. The spaces between us were never wide enough. Now they stretch like oceans across a bed we share. The spaces between us are the only thing still there. The only thing still there. You laugh at something on the television, I turn to share it, but the moment's gone. By the time I find the words to say it, the show has moved and so have we moved on. I saw you crying in the kitchen once. You stopped when you heard me on the stair, and I pretended that I hadn't seen it. We've gotten very good at not being there. I don't know when we learned to be so careful, so precise about the borders of our pain. But careful isn't love, and precise isn't living, and I'd rather have the chaos back again. spaces between us are still small enough to cross, still close enough to reach, still ours, still ours, still ours. Come back to me. Come back to me. Still ours, still ours. Just reach. Just reach. We met in the shadow of a Sunday afternoon. You were light through colored glass, and I was smoke-filled room. Two things that don't belong together, everyone could see. But belonging never stopped you reaching out for me. Your hands were clean and mine was stained with every road I'd run. You believed in something holy, I believed in none. But somehow in the middle of our broken difference, we built something that I'd swear to before any witness. I've been in cathedrals and I've been in gutters. I've seen the best of man reduced to mumbles and shudders. But nothing I have witnessed in this long and ragged life moved me like the morning you decided to be mine. Smoking stained glass, that's what we were. Smoking stained glass, and the world just blurred. The holy and the broken finding common ground. Smoking stained glass, the most beautiful sound of two lives colliding on sacred and scarred. Smoking stained glass, two worlds, one heart. The congregation whispered and the neighbors shook their heads. Two people, too different to be sharing prayers and beds. But we were something that the careful world can't understand. The fire and the water and the sea becoming land. You taught me how to sit still in the early morning light. I taught you that the darkness has its own kind of right. And somewhere in the teaching, we forgot to be afraid of all the beautiful, impossible we'd made. I've been running from the righteous and the righteous thing to do. But nothing felt more righteous beautiful sound of two lives colliding on sacred and sky. Smoke and stained glass, two worlds, one heart. When you left, they said, I told you so. The smoke and glass don't mix, they said, you know. But I've seen smoke rise up to heaven every dawn, and I've seen glass hold light when everything is gone. So don't tell me that we were wrong. Don't tell me that we never should have been. The most beautiful things in this world are the ones that should never have happened, but did. And the broken found the grace. Smoke and stained glass, the most sacred place, was every single moment that you called me yours. Smoke and stained glass, eternal and pure. Eternal and pure. Every broken, beautiful thing was us. It wasn't a storm, it wasn't a fight, it wasn't the slamming of a door at night. It was quieter than that, more final somehow, like the last light leaving a room, and I didn't know how to name what I was watching as it slowly went away. How a love that filled the years could just dissolve inside a day, without a word, without a warning shot, without a trace, just the last light leaving and the dark taking its place. I've seen sunsets that I thought would never end. I've seen the longest summers finally bend into autumn without asking for permission. That's the way it went, without a word, without a vision. When the last light leaves, you don't hear it go. When the last light leaves, you just stop to know that the room is different, that the warmth has changed. When the last light leaves, nothing stays the same. Nothing stays the same. I looked across the table and I saw it there, in the way you held your coffee, in the way you didn't care. She crossed the table, didn't ask you why. Some endings are too honest to be dressed in drama's clothes. Some endings just wear silence and the closing of a door. When the last light leaves, you don't feel the cold. When the last light leaves, you just feel old and tired in a way that sleep can never really cure. When the last light leaves, nothing feels as sure as the darkness that comes after what was pure. I sat there until midnight. I sat there until the street went quiet too. I sat there in the dark of what we'd been and what we'd become, and I understood that some things don't end loudly. Some things just exhale like a candle that burns faithful to the very end of its wick and simply stops. And the room isn't angry, and the room isn't sad. It's just a room now, just walls, just air, the way it was before. We filled it with everything we had. Everything was always gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. Even now, even this way, even in the dark of what we couldn't say. When the last light leaves, you learn to love the dark. Heard it in a crowded bar. A stranger said it from afar. Just 3 letters, nothing more. And I was 22 and yours once more. I set my glass down on the stool, felt every nerve go warm then cool, like someone opened up a vault I'd sealed away and called my fault. Names are just a sound, they say. Something given and put away. walked through desert heat and mountain cold. I've seen the places where the young grow old. I've chased the sunset to the other side and found that every sunset leads to you inside. You photograph us crossed 1,000 miles inside my jacket next to every trial. A worn and faded corner creased with time. The only map I've needed, you are mine. They said the distance was too great to cross. They said some loves can't carry all that cost. They measured everything in miles and years, and I just smiled and wiped away their tears, because they never felt what I have felt. They never held the hand that made me melt. They never had a reason like you give to do the impossible and live. I would cross the world for you, through every storm and ocean wide. I would cross the world for you, through every dark and mountain high. There is no road too long, no sea too wide to swim. I would cross the world, I would burn it down and cross the world again and again for you. The telephone would ring at 3 a.m. Your voice so small across the miles, and then I'd lay there listening to you breathe and know that home was just a voice, and that's enough to go. I've slept in stations, terminals, and cars, beneath 100 different sets of stars. But every ceiling that I've stared up through had your name written in the dark where no one knew. The world said find someone a little closer. The world said love should be more practical. But practical is what I've seen the places where the young grow old. I've chased the sunset to the other side, and found that every sunset leads to you inside. Your photograph has crossed 1,000 miles inside my jacket next to every trial.
The daytime's fine, I'm managing the light. I do my work, I answer when they ask if I'm alright. I laugh at all the right moments, I say the proper things. I've gotten very good at wearing ordinary skin. But when the sun goes under and the dark rolls in, that's when all the honest parts of me begin to surface like a wreck that daylight hides, the things I keep below the waterline, and all the memories I thought that I'd forgotten come back so clear, so whole, so sharp, so honest. The way you slept, the way you said my name at night, the way the dark remembers everything. The day pretends it's fine, what the dark remembers, the daylight never shows. What the dark remembers, only the lonely knows. Every tender moment, every whispered word, what the dark remembers hits the hardest. What the dark remembers cuts the deepest. What the dark remembers, you. I've rearranged the furniture, the room, moved everything so nothing holds the shape of you. But darkness doesn't care about furniture. Darkness puts you right back where you were. 3 in the morning and I'm wide awake with every conversation that we used to make. The arguments that didn't need to happen, the apologies that came too late or never came. And I replay the moments I got wrong. I replay the moments where I wasn't strong, where I should have stayed and I walked out, where I should have spoken but I gave you down. What the dark remembers, the daylight never shows. What the dark remembers, only the lonely knows. Every foolish moment, every door I slammed, what the dark remembers won't be silence. What the dark remembers won't be a reason. What the dark remembers dance. I've heard that time rewrites the painful parts, that memory grows merciful with years. is a courtroom in the dark that replays every scene in vivid tears. I'm not asking for a pardon, I'm not asking to forget. I'm just asking for one morning where the night lets me reset. One sunrise without your face, one dawn without your name, one ordinary Tuesday that doesn't end the what the dark remembers, how you've learned to hold. What the dark remembers makes me brave and old. Every beautiful and broken, every lost and found. What the dark remembers is the truest ground, the most honest sound, the realest thing around. What the dark remembers is what love feels like when it's real, when it's real, when it's real, real, still real. What the dark remembers is you. Rain was hitting the window glass, the cab was waiting down the path. You stood there holding your own hands, like a stranger in your own homeland. I said the words I'd practiced long, they came out hollow, came out wrong. You nodded, slowly turned away, and I let the silence have its say. And every second slowed to nothing, every heartbeat said do something, but I just stood there in the hall and let you walk beyond the wall. The night I let you go, I didn't know what I was losing. I thought that I was choosing right, I thought that I was strong enough to fight. The night I let you go, the rain came down without an answer. The city swallowed up your lies, and I've been searching ever since that night. The night I let you go. question with no clean reply. Was it over, or did I say goodbye? Too soon, too soon, too close and let you stay. That night, I'd never let you go.
There's a box beneath my bed, filled with words I never said. Your photograph still fades to gold, like every story left untold. I wrote your name 100 times, between the stanzas, between the lines. But every time I reached the end, I folded it and sealed it in. Maybe time would give me courage. Maybe silence was my language. But the seasons came and still I held every word inside this shell. You still hold the part of me that
here, right here. This is the last letter I never sent, the love I carried but never lent. Read between the lines of all these years, find me where the ink has mixed with tears. I wrote you everything, I wrote you whole. Now the page is worn, but you still hold the part of me that never found the way to give this letter to you always. The house is dark except for one small flame. I set it in the window just in case you came. The neighbors probably think I've lost my mind, a grown man burning candles for someone left behind. I made your favorite coffee, let it cool. I'm not sure when I stopped being rational, but rational was never what we were. Two people burning bright and burning hard. The midnight comes and goes without a sound. The candle keeps on burning, burning down. And I keep watching shadows on the wall, pretending every one of them is you. Coming down the hall, there's a candle in the window burning low, a light I keep for you so you will know. for you. It only burns for you. It always will.